Hello, you lovely bunch. No respawns here. Hope you're doing well and all that jazz. So, we're back to the starting area. I think the build before last, I built over there and built my wee little Covenant compound. A compound? Compound. And while I was there, I had a kind of an idea of sort of turning this into a little bit of a checkpoint. The reason being is, I thought it would be a cool idea, for one. But two, it's just like I had an idea of a checkpoint kind of build. Something kind of Raider themed that's quite thematic, so more just for, for shits and giggles. Obviously the kind of players could just kind of walk by, but it looks cool and that's the whole vibe. And I thought to myself that what better place to do it than the starting area, because someone is absolutely going to walk into this, which is kind of what I was thinking. So it's going to be kind of less of a camp build and more of a checkpoint with some vendor stuff and like crafting shit and everything. Even though there's stuff over there, I just, it's my own. And I just liked the idea that they would have, well, they could walk through the river, but realistically they'd probably want to walk through it. That is me plan anyway. Annoyingly, I spent a bit of caps getting this as close as I possibly can. So this is as close as you can get to this little build limit. So I'm going to try and see if I can push something slightly out. But it means there will be technically a little bit of gap at the side. But what I might do is just like put a turret there to make it look like you'll be shot if you come through. I spent a little bit longer than I was intending fiddling around with that. So I have to get this right. Yeah. So yeah, I quite like this area. I'm also, so those of you who watched my Covenant build, thank you. It's really good. And I'm going to be, that was the one before last. And I'm absolutely going to be doing something like that again. The reason being is I want my main character's home to, so this is my building dude, and I want my, kind of my person I play on more. That's a very long-winded way of saying it. And my main, to actually have that as their base as well. Because I quite like it, and I quite like the idea of kind of going to a high-traffic area like this. And yeah, it'll be cool. So yeah, I'm gonna make this kind of a little bit raidery but welcoming. If that's an aesthetic, that's what we're gonna do. Basically, it's gonna have raider bits, but it's actually gonna be completely safe. I just like the idea of, like, even though obviously most people who are playing this aren't really new now, they're kind of like someone who's maybe doing an alt or something. I kind of like the idea of a new player stumbling across this and being like, what? That's new. What's this? And then realizing it's a player camp. Okay, so we're going to have the doorway here, but I'm not going to put it on yet. Can we fit in that? Yeah, gorgeous. Right, cool. So we need to put the... it's going to be pretty straightforward, this one, actually. So that's why I'm going to probably show you a lot of the decoration parts. Because it's going to be familiar stuff that I've done before, but done a different way. But I liked the idea of it. Right, I'm going to put it just... In you go. Gorgeous, and it's just below the first one. Make sure we get it to the right height. I will plug gaps as best I can, but obviously, yeah, cool, grand. Right, okay, I might have to tweak that a little bit. No, actually, no. There will be floating bits, but I'm just gonna have to sort of deal with them. Because I've already tried it. I mean, I could probably put these down here, but... Nah, they're going any further, does it? Okie dokie dokie. Tire walls. Yeah, so I had my idea. That I've got a few kind of, like, checkpointy builds I want to do. Mainly because they're quite a cool... Because obviously, like, there's obviously with the Wastelanders thing, the idea that, a load of us are going to turn into raiders proper. I quite like the idea of there being kind of like, okay, main trading hubs, and there are some jackasses, such as myself, blocking the area off, and kind of toll roads, that kind of thing. It just looks cool. It's thematically very cool. Bump, bump, bump. I haven't got the spiky ones yet. I should get the spiky ones at some point, and I will. Just not now. Okay, Davey likes his symmetry in some instances, and he's liking it now. It also helps because obviously there are lots of places where these things float. So I'm putting lots of... So the idea that, players can't jump over the top, I am having spiky bits around as well. So, cheap and cheerful. If you hear my flatmate slamming the doors right there, rude. I'll allow it. So it's going to be like all colourful and all lit up. It's going to basically, I liked the idea of like a new player, you know, just because this is quite a kind of, you know, subdued area, you know, it's quite safe. It's like, oh, okay, and then suddenly there's this big flashy checkpoint with like lights everywhere. It's going to be very, very cool. I mean, that's the plan anyway. And I'm going to have like a vendor thing here and all that jazz. So, see, I can get one of these here like this. See, this part's fine, because, I mean, they can go through there. And this one I can get, basically, you see, I can get kind of stuff like there. So what I'm thinking of doing is sort of leaving that open there on that side and kind of just hoping someone doesn't sneak by. Or putting some turrets or some traps there to make it look like, you know, you can't get through, even though you absolutely can. If you want it to be boring. Alright, I'm going to have to move that a bit to the side. Yeah, that's fine. I'll just plug that gap with some bits in a second. Right, and then we'll do this side. This is going to have one of the bigger ones, I think, because I need it to sync. I'm really getting excited for the Wastelanders update. This is getting the same vibe. Those of you who played kind of Fallout 4 during its kind of, you know, DLC cycle. This sort of felt the same way, where you were like, okay, there's a new thing coming right now. I'm going to keep myself occupied until the new thing comes. And this feels exactly the same way. Which is great, because I've got that anticipation, but also I'm just like, argh! I'm enjoying myself, but I want to be enjoying myself in this new thing. I've been taking the time to actually complete games, though, recently, so... I've been playing other things. I've been seeing other games. I hope you're not too upset. Oh, let's alternate between these, because yeah, I need to get these at some point. They'll fit the Raider vibe. Cool. Pyres of tires. Pyres of tires. I can't talk today. What's wrong with me? What am I like? So I could have that there, like that. Yeah. And there's a little opening there. I mean, I could try and squeeze something through. You can sort of... I was trying it for ages. Like, can I squeeze it? Because you can get stuff slightly out. And then you can, like, snap bits on and shit like that. But I'm not... when I decided to actually hit record, I was like, right, I'm not going to get too obsessive about it. If you can't fit it in, that's fine. We'll just kind of make it look a bit more thematic. So, for example, what we're going to do... So, as we can't fit anything in there... Also, I might sneeze in a sec. So, what we're going to do... is have a flamer trap. Or maybe a turret. Let's have a flamer trap. Do I need to change my perks around? I do not. There we go. Do you want to go through the hole? Yeah, do it. Go on, do it. I mean, technically, that's not going to be wired up for anything. But it looks cool. And I'm hoping a new player will be like, oh, no thanks. I need oil, so I'll do that when we do the decoration part. I'll do that just when I do the fine polishing at the end. Right, so we've got kind of ostensibly what the basic structure is. Now we have to make this look, you know, not shit. Cool. What's the time? 8 minutes. Cool. Right, so I need... I'm going to show you how to do a door. Yep. Right. Okay. I should have just put it there and then do it afterwards, shouldn't I? Right, so the way it works, if I can remember, is it needs to open effectively when you're inside and you kind of close the door. You kind of depower it effectively. I might forget this as I do this, but oh well, let's find out, shall we? Let's figure it out. So let's put that there for now. We can tidy these up in a bit. Right, so let's do my generator. I absolutely love these ones because they just quiet and they don't. It's just nicer. Right, so that needs to go to there like that. And then you switch on here like this. Can I do it first time? That's the question. I remember doing a video on this, like when my channel first launched. Like literally, I think it was in like the first 6 months. And it was the most obtuse video ever. I was not explaining it very well. So effectively, the power needs to go to that. And then... that needs to go to that. I think also I was doing lots of rug kind of twatting around as well. Am I doing that right? And then, so it needs to turn off that one, and then turn off that one. And then we can, I guess, we can just do it like this, because it is going to connect. Ah, then it needs to be here. I think I might have done this wrong. It's fine, I'll do it again otherwise. I think there are 3 conduits, if I remember correctly. I'll tidy these up in a bit. The funny thing is, though, the way this works is, if you... let's move this back. If you turn on... Basically, if you close the door from the inside, you can't actually open it from the outside, which is quite funny. Have I done that right? I think I've done it right, kids and kiddos. Oh, boy! Boy! Nice. Right, okay, I did that right. Let me try to explain it. So effectively, this is powering this entire setup. And this is just an oh, you just have to watch the video again. I'll do a guide video at some point, right, where I show those things again. But not for now. Not for now. There was a gap. But yeah, no, did it first time. Bosh, son. Oh, right, quite pleased with that one. You don't have logic gates as well. So a load of people had made them with like logic dates and things like that when they were in Fallout 4. I never bothered. I just couldn't be asked. It's probably super simple. Logic gates, more like logic stupid. Am I right? Anywho, I'm quite pleased with myself right now. See, I know how to do it. I just, really bad at explaining how it's done. Okay, now, as before, because I really, really like these, and I don't think they're on sale anymore, which is annoying, but if they ever come back, can recommend. These things are amazing. I think that one might be available, actually. Because they just look so good. And they really... Let's do that one. It's also the spooky month as well. I'm going to try and do a spooky month build as well. Probably just another Raider one, to be honest. Because I love the spooky month. And I bet they better do something Halloween-themed in the item store and in the event, so I'm going to be upset. Okay, so it's going to take a while for me to get close. Oh, it doesn't have to be that close, actually. Actually, no, I don't think it was even that close when I did it last time. It's a bit off-center at all. That part there. See it? It's not good. You shit. Come on. Thank you, dear. There, that's close enough. Cool. It's not as colourful, but I'll decorate it with colour and things. Right, so we've got a nice little cheeky, cheerful little outside bit. Let's actually secure it a little bit more. I will put like a proper generator and nonsense in there as well. But for now, that'll do. Yeah, so it's looking good. It's looking good. So I want this to look colourful, actually, and I need to add bits and pieces to the outside. Otherwise, this is going to look ridiculous. So firstly, let's add details to the walls. Yeah, I'm quite pleased with this one. I actually spent about an hour or two just wandering around, because I was going to do it in, what do we call it, the this, god damn it, here. I was going to do it here, mainly because of the fact that obviously, like, lore-wise, that's where the raiders are. Then I was just kind of having to think, and I was like, you know what, it'll really, really work in the starting area, so. And also because, no one's going to see it there. I'm actually surprised no one's wandered around yet. I feel a little bit hurt, to be honest. No one loves me. It's fine. It's okay. It's alright. It's okay. The land is a little bit annoying. Sometimes you get an area where things sink in really, really well. This is absolutely not one of them, which is a bit of a ball ache, but we will manage. Oh, first mobs as well. Right, yeah. The enemies are really weak around here, though, so it's fine. Come on, place that down, you ball bag. Thank you. I'll put the spikes on. Yeah, spikes. Spiky bits. Spike bits. I will have, those who didn't watch it, I will have, I have had already a tabletop video up on the new, well, new-ish, Raider box for the Wasteland Warfare board game. Definitely check that out. And the next Fallout-related video will be me painting the Power Armored Raider, because she looks absolutely awesome. So I'll be doing kind of a live painting session, if that is your bag. Right, let's do a little bit more decorating, then I'm going to GTFO and do it myself, because it helps me focus a little bit. Let's put some turrets down, just because that way if someone turns up, I can go, no, mate. Nah. Where's my blueprints? There it is. You shall not pass, and I won't either, because I don't have any oil left. Fine. Alright, we'll put some more bits and pieces around. So I want to add details before I go off. Let's do the front bits, shall we? Okay, so I'm gonna look a little bit more exciting. I think, can I squeeze a floor in there? Oh, I actually literally can squeeze a floor in there. Let's not have that one in there. Let's have the wooden one in. Alright, you can fuck off, actually. I don't need you anymore. You shit. Plus you make noise. Okay, so we'll turn these into... yeah, okay, so we'll have a little trading area in here. Cool, let's put the stuff on the walls. Some cheerful nonsense. Oh, also, I've got the Raider flags. Where's that Raider flag gone? Ah, there we go. Hi, guys. This place is super safe, honest. Yeah. Right. Guided meditation. So, I'm not too sure how I feel about this new event system. I like the announcements, but now there are fewer events. Which I guess is good. It means you don't miss them, but I don't know. I just feel as if, I don't know, certain ones I can't. That looks dumb because it's going through the trees. Put that way, son. Yeah, I can't decide. I like the idea of it. I just think maybe they'll probably turn up the frequency at some point. That's Raider spelled backwards, David. Real proud of you, Davey. Real, just so proud of your ability to do things correct. All right, great stuff. Love it. Very nice. I'll fiddle with the flags at some point. Okay, dokie. Let's I bought the new vendor just for this. I even went off and did a load of challenges just so I can have this nonsense. I'm not going to power it up yet, but it looks cool though. Let's put some bits on the walls behind it, so it's all cheerful. Let's put some light stuff actually. Will you move for 2 seconds? Thank you. Do I not have any? I don't have any power. That's right, I'll have a second generator, shall I? That's not generators, David. There's the generators. Pop it there for a wee sec. Pop it there. I've got loads of this stuff stored up from the last build, so I'll just put them there. And then I'm going to do like a kind of a cool little generator thing off camera in a wee second. There we go. I want kind of, you know, shiny bits. I want shiny bits. There we go. Nice and warm and wholesome. I actually really enjoy decorating my little trader areas are some of my favourite places to look cool. I don't know why, I like to make them look a little nice. How many posters I can put on there? Why not? Doesn't make any sense, but it's fine. Absolutely no smoking. This may be a raider checkpoint, but there'll be certain standards will be adhered to. Okie dokie, there we go. I just kind of like making them look a bit weird, I guess. It's fun. Right, let's put some boxes. And then I'll go off and decorate this, I think, actually, because otherwise I'm going to be here for ages. Because I'm a little bit of a whimsical lad when I'm getting in the zone. Okie dokie, let's have a nice, cheeky and cheerful Load of boxes in the corner. Move you out the way. Boop. Just puts bits everywhere. Right, you can go back there. I just like to make them look a little bit busy. Let's put something aside. Dun 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 dun. God, I do like building. I know. You'd think you would be surprised if I didn't like building, but I do like building. It's just so fun. It's just so, I don't know, cathartic. You know, if after like what, nearly 4 years of just building apocalyptic settlements in Fallout, you'd think I'd be bored, but I'm not. This is really fun. It may sometimes get in that mood where, you know, you're like, I'm not in the mood for it right now. But it doesn't take very long until I am. And I'm like, yeah, this is fun. I want to make something weird looking. Who says raiders can't have flowers? Which one of you said raiders can't have flowers? It was you. I'm going to give them mixed messages. Okay, right, let's just put some nonsense around here. A few more flowers, a bit cozy. Very nice. Let's put some stash boxes at the top. And then we are going to go. I was hoping to squeeze this in somewhere. I'll have it. I'll have it there, just because I wanted it somewhere. It's a toolbox on the top. A nice little box down there. Put some plushes, and we are good. Plushes and some lanterns, of which I have loads of. Can I squeeze my little? There we go. So you got to make it look weird. It's no fun otherwise. Oh, my plushy dudes. Plushy dudes. I love these. I think I've got all of them actually now. They're just dumb. They're just so stupid, and I love it. Like the flamingos. It's like, you know what I mean. If you're gonna do it, you might as well make them look just absolutely lame. It's great. I love it. I want them to do the teddy bears so you can place them like this. You've got the display shelves, but I really don't like the display shelves at all. Stupid. Right, okay, I'm gonna now just decorate the rest of this to look like that. And then we will do the full tour of my incredibly welcoming little raider checkpoint. One more. And we are done. So I'm quite pleased with how this turned out. One thing I did between recording the build and doing this tour, I actually did a 2-hour live stream on Final Renders and technically Many a True Nerd's channel with both those guys. So it's Final Render, Many a True Nerd, and it was also Psycho Girl as well. Really, really good fun. Link in the pinned comment to it's 2 hours of us playing Nuclear Winter. Really, really good fun. We do quite well. Spoilers. And it's also a little bit of a laugh. We do have a little bit of like 10 minutes of us trying to get it set up properly because we couldn't get Many a True Nerd onto the actual team, so skip maybe 10 minutes ahead if you can't be asked to watch that. But anyway, let's show you the tour. So the whole vision I had for this was, you know, you'd be coming from Vault 76 all the way down here and you'd be like, oh, what's this then? And that was the whole idea, basically. I wanted something that kind of for a new player would be like, oh, that's a little bit different. And yeah, I think I did it quite well. I'm probably going to do more checkpointy kind of videos because there's a lot you can do there. And potentially maybe when we get Wastelanders as well, and with, you know, kind of the Raiders or the Settlers, there might almost be like a thematic choice to actually, you know, kind of do one, like kind of RP-wise. But I'll probably kind of work on the idea. I wanted just basically a big gate and some area locked off, which is what I've done. And then it's got loads of items you can use. It is still very much Fallout 76 looking. Obviously, if this were Fallout 4, I could make something a lot more RP friendly. So this definitely looks like a player-made thing, but it's quite fun. I quite enjoy the walls. It's a little bit difficult to sink things in here. You can see I've kind of placed some of the walls to kind of cover up gaps, but it's still quite cheerful. Let's go round the front. So initially I was going to make it quite raidery, and then I was like, you know what? For starters, I replaced that sign with this one. Still says the same thing, but the raider one was a bit too bland, and I had to put loads of stuff on it to make it a little bit more exciting. And I've got, like, a vendor station. It just sells water. for 3 caps. I might even just lower it to 2. But to be frank, this base won't be here very long, because I'll do another build soon. And I've got some loads of crafting stations. I changed this to a kind of a standing switch rather than the wall-mounted one, so you could actually see it. I'm going to do probably maybe the next Fallout 76 video, might be another tips video, mainly because there's a couple of neat little tricks some of you guys have told me, which I'll mention in the next video, and also I might do like an actual how do you do those switches kind of thing, but like explaining properly how I did. So see, I've got all of the crafting stations. The only thing I don't have on this guy, and I will just, before the next video I'm going to do it, he still doesn't have the decontamination arch yet. I'm going to grind the materials out because he's got the ability to make one. I'm just lazy. Also, because I've been playing Nuclear Winter today, I finally got these cases. I played it like a little bit when it dropped, and then I was like, oh, I'll take a break. And then when I jumped back into it, no, there aren't many people on. So I'm going to try and unlock all of the items on it, because you know how much I love my stash boxes. So yeah, it's quite cool. I'm quite pleased with that. I'm still trying to find... I want one which is maybe like between 2 cliffs. And I've got an idea of like making kind of like a reinforcing of bridges. I've got a few checkpoint ideas that I'll do, but this is I think a decent first try. Anyway, as always, follow me on Twitter at norespawns. I will have, I said, the next video is going to be a time-lapse video of me painting the Power Armor Raider from the Fallout Wasteland Warfare game. So those who didn't watch my first tabletop video, this is going to be a thing on the channel a lot, mainly because I spend an inordinate amount of time painting kind of tabletop games, and it's fun for me to just kind of record it. So this will be the first painting one. It's probably a time lapse. It's going to be next week. It was going to be this weekend, but I think I need more time to do it. So it'll be like me hopefully finishing the model in one video, maybe half an hour, me showing you what to do, or maybe I'll chop it down loads. We'll see. I'm also going to have the final of the Remnant video. So those of you who like my gameplay, just kind of relax videos, I'm going to have the final one of those before I move on to a new game, kind of chopping it up into 4 little pieces. And then obviously have another build video up at some point soon. Oh no, I'm going to do the tips video first, actually, then a build video afterwards. And as always, in the description, well, in the comments, there'll be a link to Final Render's stream. If Many a True Nerd uploads one, I'm not sure if he's going to or not, I'll link his as well. But I know Final has, because I've literally just seen him pop up on Twitter, so I'm going to share that with you. But yeah, until the next video, you guys enjoy the rest of your week, and I'll speak to you absolutely fantastic bunch soon. You take care.